Initiating startup sequence. Files accessed.
Transfer of data is complete.
Attention, attention, attention. Good evening, my fellow citizens.
It's time for Twitter Tuesday Live.
Hey everybody, welcome to Twitter Tuesday Live. It is 8 o'clock p.m. here on the East Coast of the United States. It is Tuesday, January 21st, 2014. That means you're tuned into, well, what I believe is the greatest show on the internet. And not only the greatest show on the internet, but tonight is our first ever 1 hour version of the show. Yes, it's new. We have cut the show down from 2 hours to one. So it's a whole lot of fun jam-packed into just 1 hour. It's going to be a lot of fun. My name is Mark. I am co-owner of Worldwide Indie Radio and your host tonight and every Tuesday night right here at WWIRradio.com. Glad to have you all with us. It is an interactive show for those of you tuning in for the first time. What that means is pretty simple. We'd like to interact with you, the audience, and the way to do so is get onto Twitter and give us a mention on Twitter. That's the @ ALLINDIE. If you give us a mention on Twitter, we will give you a shout-out on the air for all the world to hear. And then, about an hour after the show is over, the podcast will be available for download, and you'll be able to download it and hear your name said by me and, well, Carol too. And it sounds better coming from Carol, I guarantee. For the rest of your life. I mean, you can just hand it down, generation after generation. You'll be able to say, back in the day when we had MP3s. Can you believe one day people are going to be going, MP3? Oh my God, that's so antiquated. Anyway, so we have a great show lined up for you tonight. We have Mr. James Ethan Clark joining us. He's actually in San Francisco right now, but he is from the great state of North Carolina, one of my favorite states. I would love to live in North Carolina. I know I say that all the time. He's about 120 miles from Raleigh, so if Chuck is out there listening, we have one of your neighbors on the show tonight. Now that the show has been cut down to 1 hour, we kind of have to, kind of cut things down, and I can't go into the first song and bring Carol on, which means that she sits here waiting for me to say her name, and so she's going to have to wait a little longer because I forgot to give some mentions out there to people who are tweeting. Let me, of course, start with Mr. Rich Wildman from Music Scene Investigation. Hey, Rich, it's good to see you. As always, Darlene says, say my name in your sexy voice. Okay, my name in your sexy voice. How was that? All right. How you doing, Darlene? It's always good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. There's a shout-out from Mr. Chancey Johnson. Good to see you again, Chancey. I'm glad to see that you are now part of the Twitter Tuesday Live family. We have a shout-out from Kiva. Hey, Kiva, how are you? Long time no see. Hope you're feeling well tonight. We also have a shout-out from Diana from Suede Management. Diana, good to see you as always. There is Miss Janae Giddens. I love saying her name, Janae. It's so... I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool name. Hey, Janae, it's good to see you. And I think I got everybody. So now I can pull Carol out from behind the curtains. Ladies and gentlemen, Carol, how are ya?
Good, Mark. How are you?
All right.
And,
I know you've been holding your...
I'm not going to forgive you, Mark. You forgot her.
But it's been a while since she tweeted, so forgive me for forgetting. So a big shout-out to Nicola. Hey, Nicola. Good to see you. Nice to see you tuned in for a change. I know you've been busy. You're on vacation this week, right? Isn't that right? She's on vacation?
She is, yes. She
is.
Right. Woohoo! Good on you, Nicola.
Yay! All right, let me fade out this music. Yeah, there it goes. No more music. How are you, Carol?
I'm good, thank you. And Rich is already putting bets on that we go 10 minutes over today.
10 minutes over? Me? Come on. I am Mr. Precise here. 10 seconds over maybe, but no.
Just going to stop me from talking too much, I guess.
Yeah, and that's kind of difficult to do, so we'll do our best.
We need to mention Jeff Lynne too. He's tuned in. That's
Of course, Jeff
James's
Lynne,
manager.
Yes. James Ethan Clark's manager, Mr. Jeff
Yes.
Lynne, eating pork rinds and tuned in. And
Making me jealous.
I know you want to eat some pork rinds.
Yes, I do. Pork scratchings, we call them here.
Pork scratchings?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun. So we have like an hour show. We have pardon my French, a shitload of stuff to do in the next now 55 minutes. True, yes. So the way it's going to work now, ladies and gentlemen, we play Carol's Choice, or actually, in this week, it's going to be the MSI hit list winner for December? Yeah, for December, right?
Well, I thought it was December, but it actually says January on the webpage, so I'm not too sure. I'm a bit confused. Maybe they've changed the format this year.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Rich will clarify that. So we're going to either play the hit list winner or Carol's Choice. Then we're going to bring our guest in. We'll have our fun with him. We'll play his music, and then we're going to close out with next week's guest. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Lots of fun. Hey, there's Mark Scully. Hey, Mark, good to see you.
Wow, got the whole family on now.
Yeah, Everybody's jamming in for this one. They don't want to miss it. It's not like you can tune in for the second hour anymore.
No, that's right.
That's right.
He's probably waiting for his barge to come home. So
I got to tell you, Carol, it was really strange opening the Twitter Tuesday Live document and seeing one song on there.
I know. Well, I was putting the show together. I went, this isn't right. This just isn't the same. It's so weird. Anyway, without further ado, as you usually say, we should get on with the next song.
We should.
Oh, I'm bossy already. I've got to get bossy real early.
Nicola's husband is tuned in as well.
Oh, wow. Hi, Guy.
Hi, Guy. I had to wait for Carol to say it in her Australian accent so that I can say it. Hi, Guy. Okay. All right. So, actually, it says for January.
Okay.
Yeah, it says for January here. So the MSI hit list winner for January was Josue Feebles, I guess is pronounced, Febles. And his bio says, I've been an eclectic composer-musician for a very long time. I've played a wide range of styles with very different people. I've recorded my own music, shot short films, taught music, and designed my website and album covers. In 2012, I started an internet radio station, Radio Phoebes, to help other musicians get their music heard. Sounds familiar. I also wanted to create a place for different kinds of music to converge because I believe that the music of the future can be open-minded and eclectic. It lasted only 9 months, but it was a great experience. I learned a lot and met very nice artists. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and play the MSI hit list winner for January 2014. The name of the song is Please. The artist is Josue Feebles. Here it is.
So I can't feel my body tight. Then bite my lips still, but deep down be satisfied. You take your time and wanna be completely torn apart. Then use me up till there's nothing left but my heart. 'Cause I need to keep on loving you. I need to keep on wanting you. I need to keep on missing it. I need to keep on dying to live for you. Please don't be cool. I will do anything you wish. I sweetly surrender. I leave you till
That was Josue Feebles with Please, the MSI hit list winner for January 2014. Thank you, Rich, for sending that on to us. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, cramming everything. I feel like I'm rushing, you know.
I know it's going to take a while. But just let's slow it down. It'll be fine.
Let me slow down.
Yeah. Slow down, Mark.
I know,
what
right?
Are you drinking?
Ay. Well, joining us from San Francisco, and Carol is jealous. She would like to be there with him not only in San Francisco, but eating pork.
Pork scratchings.
Pork scratchings. Yeah. I bring you Mr. James Ethan Clark. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man.
Welcome to the show, and I do apologize for all the rushing that we're doing, but it's our first time doing 1 hour.
Well, it's like that SNL skit. Do you remember when they said Samadana?
No.
Samadana.
Okay.
Simmer down.
Simmer down. Oh, yes. Okay, I get it now. Yes.
Okay, just totally blew up my joke. That's it.
Yeah. Sorry, James. That was pretty bad.
You remember what I said about how the vocals were weird on that song before, Carol?
Yes.
Paul William Ray, who just gave us a shout out, says the same thing, and Rich says that's why I'm the host, so he can blame it on the panel that chose the song. Sorry, I can't say that on the air. Oh well, I did. Anyway, oh man. So James, you're actually from North Carolina. And
right.
I'm guessing that right about now you're pretty damn thankful you're in San Francisco and not in North Carolina with the weather going on over there.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, I am a huge fan of cold weather.
Really?
I'm not sure why. I guess it's because I live by the mindset that I can put more on than I can take off. So, cold weather is okay in my book.
Well, I don't mind the cold. I can live with the cold. It's the snow that I can do without.
Really?
Yeah. We get cold days down here, and I love it. But cold for us down here is, in the
60
40s.
degrees.
60, yeah.
Same for us here in Australia.
Yeah.
I don't do snow anymore.
But isn't it rather unusual for it to get that cold in North Carolina?
I mean, we get snow every couple of years or so like that. The western part, because I live on the coast, the western part of North Carolina gets snow a lot because you've got like Boone and Asheville and Sugar Mountain and that kind of thing. Yeah. So, I mean, snow out there is pretty common in the winter, but on the coast, we rarely get snow. So I guess the fact that we haven't gotten snow a lot, because I'm born and raised from the coast, the fact that we get snow when we do, it's like Christmas morning. It's awesome. We don't get it that often.
Do the schools panic? First, a little flutter of snow and they automatically close the schools?
If there is a warning of snow, schools cancel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. And the worst part is the drivers. They have no idea how to drive in snow, but we get black ice. So, like, if it rains in, 37-degree weather, the ice on the streets turns into black ice. So everybody's sliding all over the place, and they have no idea what they're doing.
I would certainly have no idea. Do you know what to do?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, stay inside.
Order delivery, let them do the driving. Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to just go with it. I remember us driving in England on black ice, and my husband said, oh, hold on. And we were just drifting, and there was this bollard, and I thought, oh, my God, we're going to hit it. We're going to hit this bollard. But no, we didn't. So black ice is not very nice. You used to get it lots of times in England. But thank God I live in Australia. We don't get black ice or fog or anything like that anymore. Yay. It's lovely.
There was a song a few years ago released by AC/DC called Black Ice. That was a really cool song.
Yeah, there was actually.
Yeah.
Cool song.
I wrote it.
Yes, exactly. Oh, man. So we are here to talk about you and your music, of course. You have recently released an album called Southern Hotel.
That's right.
And is there an actual hotel called Southern Hotel that it's named after, or how did that name come to?
Yeah, actually, I lived in a town named Elizabeth City, North Carolina, for about 5 years. My folks moved us up there back in '04. I don't want to get all depressing and sad on you, but my grandmother passed away on Christmas Day in 2003. And my mother's family was all in Elizabeth City, and we were always really close. So in '04, we moved up there to be with my grandfather and the rest of my family, and in 2009, I moved back to Wilmington, which is 4 hours south on the coast. But in Elizabeth City, I worked at a coffee shop as a barista, and across the street, there was an old abandoned hotel called the Southern Hotel. And when I was there about 2 months before I recorded the album, like everybody's into Instagram, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
I took an Instagram picture of the sign that said Southern Hotel. It was all decrepit and beaten up and weathered. But I took it anyway, and it was a really cool picture. And then when I was trying to figure out what the name of the album should be, I figured, why not Southern Hotel? And use that picture, which is actually on the back of the physical record. So that's where the name came from.
Very nice. And you said it's abandoned? It's just sitting there?
Well, it was abandoned, but until recently, I guess about a year ago, they renovated the lobby parts of the Southern Hotel into like different shops and that kind of thing. So
very nice. I mean, I would like to. I'm the kind of guy who would like to see something like that renovated and but keep its old style feel. I like that.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing that they've done is that some of the shops that have gone into where the lobby was in the Southern Hotel building, they've kept that same vibe, like the exposed brick walls, the unused fireplaces, that kind of thing. So they really utilized it in a good way.
That's
James, Chancey's asking you a question. He wants to know if you've ever performed in Charleston,
South Carolina.
Is that how you said? Yes, South Carolina.
Charleston? No, I have not.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about Charleston is that it's the sister city of Wilmington.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is. I have never actually been to Charleston. I was supposed to perform in Savannah, Georgia, back in October, but when I got there, there was a mishap with the festival I was supposed to perform at, and like 5 or 6 of the bands that were supposed to perform that night got canceled because the club was like, "You're not bringing in enough revenue."
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Savannah, Charleston, and Wilmington are supposed to be kind of like the same cities. But yeah, I've never been to Charleston. I want to. So if anybody out there in Charleston is listening up, then
book on.
I'd love to come down there.
That happens a lot, doesn't it, with independent artists? We've heard that from many of our guests that, to book a venue, you have to guarantee the vendors that you're going to bring in people and put bums on seats, basically.
Yeah.
So it's really hard, unless you're known. I can sympathize with you, so.
Yep. So we've got... Sorry.
No, I didn't know whether you were going to play his first song or whether I could just ask him a quick question.
Go ahead, and real quick, and then we have to move on to the first song.
Okay, I just need you to clarify something, James. You do have a band, so are you James Ethan Clark and the Renegades, or are you just James Ethan Clark and you're solo, but you use the band on tour? Can you just clarify?
Well, that depends. A lot of times when I do play solo, which is not often anymore, I'll just go by James Ethan Clark, but most of the time when I play now, it is James Ethan Clark and the Renegades.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you for that. Clearing that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like 98% of the time, according to Jeff.
Yeah. And sport crimes.
He's an analyst, so he keeps track of stats and all that, huh?
Yeah, he does.
All right, cool. 98%. Does he? Can he be more exact?
I don't know if you can get more exact than 98%. That's a strange number.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, 98.2. I don't know. So I'm making
98.37526.
Yeah. I mean, look, we have Excel spreadsheets out for this kind of stuff. Come on.
Don't get me started on Excel and spreadsheets.
Yeah, I'm making fun because I spent some time as an analyst and I got tired of numbers. I'll tell you that. Anyway, so we got 3 of your songs from the album we're going to play today, and the first one is going to be Coal Mine. So what we would like for you to do is tell us a little bit about the song, how it came to be, what it's about, whatever you think is pertinent.
Okay, so Coal Mine is one of the older songs that I've written. I had gotten a Martin guitar for Christmas one year, and it was my first really nice guitar, you know, and pretty close to that, maybe a few months before, I had gone through a bad breakup, but I took myself out of the picture and just took the emotions from that breakup and kind of put it into, like, I don't know, like, you remember that Brad Paisley and Alison Krauss song, Whiskey Lullaby, came out about 10 years ago?
Sounds familiar.
But I kind of put it in that kind of mindset and wrote the song in that way. And it's a really depressing song. But I you know, it's one of my favorites. I feel like it's very lyrically good. And I wrote it in one night, sitting down with my parents on my couch in my house in Elizabeth City. So I recorded it and did a demo of it and said, this song's a keeper. So I kept it, and it was kind of like a screw you kind of mindset, if you will.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's go ahead and let the audience take a listen. It's just a tad over 5 minutes. Sit back and relax, ladies and gentlemen. James Ethan Clark, the name of the song is Coal Mine.
Let me tell you a story about a love I once had. It sure wasn't pretty, but at times it sure wasn't bad. I invested my love, invested my mind from the start. I invested my money, and that sure as hell wasn't hard. See that girl out there, she used to hold all of my heart, and I gave it so freely, then one day she ripped it apart. She held the moon in her hands and the sun in her hair, how it would shine. But the blood in her heart is as cold as the old coal mine. I'm sure that woman has found her a man by now, but I'm sure that man ain't nothing but a boy on a cloud. Hell, I'm sure she thinks that he can save her soul, but she needs to know that he won't leave her whole. Now 40 years later, she still doesn't seem to understand. Alone in her house, she sits with a bottle in hand. She loads up her gun and thinks about times that have gone, and says goodbye to this old cruel world she's known for too long. Says goodbye to the hate in her heart she's harbored too long. Now the blood in her heart is as cold as the old coal mines. Oh, but the blood in my veins, it runs like a river wild. Oh, like a river wild.
One. That was James Ethan Clark with Coal Mine. Good song. And in fact, Paul William Ray says, and I quote, "Holy Jesus, this song is awesome. Right up my alley." So, yeah, look at that. Oh, and, okay, Jeff Lynn is telling us that Southern Hotel was recorded in Nashville, Tennessee. It just scrolled down. Hold on a minute. At Prime Recording. Cool.
That's right.
Yeah. Nice. I would love to get to Nashville. Haven't had a chance to do that. Rich Wildman says, I like the lyrics. Interesting story has been told. And Darlene said, this isn't a screw you song. It's a very beautiful song of lost love, and I adore the sounds of a harmonica. And, oh, look, there's Chuck, Carol. Chuck from Spaceship Days.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, our other Carolina.
Sorry I'm late. Had to brave what? RHW snowstorm for some sushi. Well, you know, Chuck, you may not know this, but we're down to an hour now, Twitter Tuesday Live. So we actually have a neighbor of yours on the air with us tonight, Mr. James Ethan Clark. He lives in, is it Wilmington, right? Wilmington,
yeah.
Wilmington, North Carolina. So cool. Carol, go ahead. I know you had something you wanted to bring up.
Yes, well, it's funny because we were talking about Spaceship Days off the air, and they play at Chapel Hill in North Carolina, and I was asking you whether you played there, and you said you did. So you played a show recently at Chapel Hill. Is that correct?
I did in November.
Yeah, and you were saying something about drunk 45-year-olds. Do you want to
enlighten me? That was a show
that was a different one.
in Raleigh, actually, which really isn't far. The Triangle area is like Chapel Hill, Durham, and Raleigh. So it's
well,
all.
I know they're from Raleigh too. So yeah.
Yeah, so I played at this place called the Lincoln Theater, and the show was sold out. And I opened for this band called Nantucket. They were really big in the '80s and early '90s, and they were on their 35th year of touring. And this was like a celebratory show, so it was a really big thing, and a lot of people regionally came to the show, and you know. Because they were big in their day, you know, most of the people have aged, obviously. So they ended up coming to the show to relive their youth, and a few of them had one too many Michelob Ultralights. and they were having a blast. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that crowd, though. They were so much fun. And it was a really fun show, and a lot of the stuff that I play is pretty straightforward rock and roll and has a lot of Southern rock influence. So, you know, they were digging it, and I was digging it. The band was having fun, and it was a great time.
Oh. Chuck says that they got heckled at the Lincoln Theater.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. That must have
Okay.
been before you got your new lead singer. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Adam.
think so, probably. Don't see why they'd get heckled.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, you wait till you see some 55-year-old drunks at rock and roll parties. We get going too. Love
Give them
it.
10 years.
Oh man, it was funny. I went to go see ZZ Top a few weeks ago in concert, and I was completely amazed at the audience because I'm one of them. and I'm looking around the room and I'm going, really? Do I fit into that category? Oh, wow. They've been around.
You're approaching the big 5-0
Oh,
mark.
shut it.
Come on.
All right. Can I bleep that out?
No.
It's too late.
Oh, man.
That's why I love live shows.
Yeah,
You can say
yeah.
it and you can't do anything about it. Sorry.
All right. I'm going to
There's
keep.
no pause and restart.
Yeah.
He wishes.
We need to keep this show moving, and so we can talk a little bit more. I'd rather have some time, towards the end of the show to chat than to have to rush everything through right now. So we're going to go ahead and play the next song, which is "Forbidden Fruit." First of all, I like the title of the song.
Yeah.
At first glance, it's like, I wonder what that song's about. So,
Oh, boy.
tell us a little bit about this one.
So I was, I might get shot for this.
Uh-oh.
I was working at a coffee shop with a girl that was a few years older than I was, and a romance bloomed, and then it died. But this song is basically about that, 5-week period between the blooming and the dying, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
So, to cut it short, that's pretty much it.
Okay. It's what you...
Short and sweet.
So it's about what you didn't get during that period.
No, it's what I did get.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't so forbidden after all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, use your imagination. We're going to go ahead and play the next song. This is James Ethan Clark. The name of the song is Forbidden Fruit. Here it is.
Years of age.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. Well, we usually do it at 9:15, but since we're down to an hour show, it's like 8:38. Oh, my goodness. Carol, speak fast. No.
I'm sorry. I was giggling because I couldn't remember whether you told us to be quiet or not, so I was whispering because I couldn't hear the introduction to this. I think we're going to run over tonight. I just know it. And if we do, well, it's too bad. Okay, James.
Hello.
Hello. How are you today? Sorry.
Great, thanks.
Okay. It's usually at this point in the show where I send people off to a deserted island. Oh, no. So, you're a very nice person, and because you're in my most favorite place in the world, San Francisco, and you're eating pork scratches, I'm not very happy with you at the moment. I'm going to, you're with somebody that is eating pork scratches. So
why don't you put Jeff on the deserted island then?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
He's outside his balcony listening in on his phone.
Oh.
I won't take it out on Jeff.
Hey,
so he's been very good corresponding with me. So anyway, your deserted island is got lots of foliage. It's a beautiful island, not too many tropical storms. But I'm going to give you. I like James. I love the name. So, I favoritism to some people. That's okay. I'm allowed. It's my show.
Okay.
And your show.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I like the name Carol.
Oh, see, he's lovely. It's getting better. I might even put Starbucks there in a minute. No, I won't. I haven't come to that yet. Okay, James, I'm giving you 3 things to take with you. Now think very carefully because I can take them away just as easy. You cannot take people with you, unfortunately.
Right. Okay, there's one snack that I've loved my entire life. I don't know if you guys have ever tried them or seen them, but Rolled Gold has these pretzels that are coated with some kind of cheese thing. I don't know what it is, but it's called Rolled Gold cheese pretzels.
Really?
And
I haven't heard of that. I've heard of Snyder's pretzels that have that kind of stuff on it, but not.
No, they come in like the pretzel knuckles. No, these are like actual little pretzels.
Wow.
And
so how many are we taking of these?
I don't think you understand. Give me all the cheese pretzels you have.
All of them.
And they don't have to be refrigerated, I take it?
No. Shelf life is 1,000,000 years. Says it on the bag.
That's good. You're lucky there. Okay, next thing.
The next thing. Would have to be a universal self-charging iPod loaded with my entire iTunes library.
Self-charging. Okay.
I'm working on the patent right now, so.
Oh, good.
I'll call Apple in like 2 months.
Yeah, all our guests will be wanting one of those, so pass it on.
So just give me a call.
So basically, you're saying that you're going to need a phone as well. Oh, I forgot. You got the iPod. All right, that's right.
Just the music, the iPod.
iPod. Okay. Well, but how are you going to call?
Item.
But my question is, how are you going to call Apple if you're on a deserted island without a phone?
Well, I'm going to the deserted island in 3 months, so I figured I'd call him in like 2.5 months.
Okay. I don't know where you got that from, but okay.
So that way the patent will go through. Won't have to worry about it.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Item number 3.
Number 3. That's a tough one. This is gonna sound weird, but being from the South, I literally put Texas Pete on everything. Texas Pete is a hot sauce that's indigenous to North Carolina, and I put it on almost everything except for anything sweet. Oh. So I'd have to take in a limited supply of Texas Pete. Judge me as much as you want.
All right then.
Rich says he would agree to something as long as there is a Cool Whip and strawberries. What?
Cool Whip and strawberries.
I have no idea what that conversation is about.
Strawberries? I don't swing that way, Rich.
I don't know what Rich is on about, but
I don't know.
He's on about something. You can't take. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant whipped cream. Oh, Cool Whip.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
All right, moving on. Moving along. Now, Carol, you wanted to mention something about the next song we're going to play.
I did. Well, the next song we're going to play is God Knows
When.
God Knows When. And there's a really cool video that goes with this song. And I was just wondering, James, where did you get all the people to take part in this video? And where was it, done?
Well, a cool thing about Wilmington that a lot of people don't know about is that it's called Hollywood East. There's been a lot of shows filmed in Wilmington, like the show Dawson's Creek was filmed there, One Tree Hill was filmed there, Iron Man 3 was filmed there. Most recently, I guess, is it Fox or NBC? I can't remember. But Sleepy Hollow, that's filmed there. But there's been a lot of films done in North Carolina, and the largest studio on the East Coast is in Wilmington. So a lot of productions come to Wilmington to shoot there. We Are the Millers was just there. It's got Jason Sudeikis and Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was filmed in Wilmington. And
Wow.
a friend of mine did the casting for One Tree Hill, and she ended up just calling a bunch of people up and saying, hey, do you want to be in this music video for free? It's going to be exposure, yada, yada, yada. And they agreed to it. And we filmed it at Carolina Beach, which is right outside of Wilmington. And we filmed it in downtown Wilmington at this place called City Limits Saloon, which is like this super country redneck place that has a mechanical bull. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
Wow, it looked like fun to film.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we ate a lot of pizza.
Chancey Johnson says, I know about Wilmingwood. Apparently Revolution was filmed there, too. That's pretty cool. I love
it. And then it moved to Austin, Texas.
Revolution rocks. I love that show.
It's a great show.
Talking about One Tree Hill, you also appeared in a video.
Yeah, I did. Jana Kramer was on that show. She introduced herself as an artist on the show after she had been there as an actress for a while, and I played electric guitar. Well, I quote played electric guitar. You know how acting goes. But yeah, we laugh. But I played electric guitar for that shoot of that scene of One Tree Hill where she introduced herself as an artist, and now apparently she's doing really well. I'm super happy for her.
That's cool. Oh,
Yeah.
Chancey says he was one of the militia soldiers in Revolution.
There you go.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Chancey.
Cool.
Wow, so they don't film all this, so it's not all done in Hollywood, in California.
No,
After all,
no.
it's all done in North Carolina.
In Wilmington.
Wow, now I know.
Yeah, the good stuff is filmed in Wilmington, yeah.
Well, the video looks awesome, and after the show, when I do my write-up, I will post the link so you can all go and check out James's video for that. It's cool.
Cool. So now...
Too, that just came on the news in Wilmington, that a new FX show that's got Michael Cera in it is filming in Wilmington. So keep an eye out for that, too.
Cool.
My daughter says it's got to be an awesome place if Dawson Creek was filmed there. She
My
loves these
father
American
actually
shows.
was on Dawson's Creek one time.
Really?
Yeah, he does some work. Well, he did some work with a few festivals in Wilmington. They were filming in downtown, and he was, cleaning up, doing some stuff after the festival, to help out. And they asked him if he would be an extra for a minute. And my father absolutely hates backwards hats. He hates it when somebody has their hat turned around backwards. So they asked him to turn his hat around backwards and sweep trash as a background extra. And that was like completely deflating for him.
Oh, well.
But it's still funny to this day, I swear.
Yeah. It's fun being on video. I like I told you earlier, I was on the Spaceship Days video for their new song December, and that was really cool. That was a cool experience. Anyway, I had to plug that,
There you go.
All right, so then this will be a good segue now to go into your third song in the evening, which is God Knows When. And I was mentioning to you earlier that this is actually my favorite track off the album, and you said it almost didn't make it on the album.
That's right.
Wow, that's pretty fun. Tell us a little bit about this one.
So this song is one of the first songs that I wrote when I first learned how to play the harmonica. And ironically, the harmonica is not in the recording at all, but it had a huge deal of influence when it came to writing the song. And I kind of just wrote it about where I was in my life, and I was like, you know what? I have no idea where I'm going, what I'm doing, and I don't know what the hell's going on with my life. So let's just kind of wing it and figure it out. So I wrote that song and played it for a couple friends, and they were like, man, that's really good. And then I put it, in the books. Didn't open it up until it was time to record, and then we recorded it, and now it's the single for the record.
And it's a great song. You're all going to enjoy this one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is James Ethan Clark. The name of the song is God Knows When. Here it is. All right, that was James Ethan Clark with God Knows When. Kiva says, love this one. Yeah, I do too. That's like I said before, is my favorite track off the album. And how many songs are on this album?
10 songs.
10 songs, folks. If you like what you heard, you've got to go get it. And actually, you know what? This would be a good time, James, for you to tell us where people can get your stuff, and if you have any videos, give your shout-outs, whatever you want to say.
Well, actually, the song you just heard, God Knows When, was shot. We shot a video for it back in June of this past year. A company called Blueberry Creative in Wilmington, North Carolina, shot it. And we shot it all there in Wilmington and Carolina Beach, so it's all kind of the surrounding areas. And you can find it if you go to jamesethanclark.com. You can find the record on Amazon. You can find it on iTunes. You can find it in Wilmington. It's also actually in Aviva Music in Los Angeles. You can find it there. Gravity Records in Wilmington. Harvest Records in Asheville, North Carolina. But if you go to my website, all the links are there, and you can find it that way.
Yep, and we will also have a link to the Amazon version of it, or to the Amazon
But the good
link.
thing about Amazon is that you can buy it physically and digitally. So.
Yeah, yes. So if you go to the podcast page in about an hour or so, the link to the Amazon one will be there on our page. So cool. Yes. Now I'm curious. Do you have a label at all, an indie label, or you have your own label, or how's that?
As of right now, I have my own label. It's called Fallen Tree Publishing. The street I grew up on was called Fallen Tree Lane. So when I got signed to the publishing company that I'm signed with now, CSAC, I had to come up with my own publishing company, so I just named it Fallen Tree Publishing because it had history with my family and me. So I'm just kind of signed to myself right now.
Oh, nice. And then do you give yourself a commission?
Always. I give myself a raise every day.
Every day, right?
You probably get as much as I get paid, James, for doing the show.
Actually, Carol, you know how last week I told you I was docking your pay. Now, of course, that we're half the length of what our show was before. I need to cut your pay in half.
How much is my pay?
He didn't tell you were getting paid. Oh my God, Mike, you got to stop doing that. Seriously.
Yes. Look at that.
It's the only way we can get guests. We bribe them, and then we pretend we're going to pay them. Look at Darlene. She's going, ha, 6 minutes left. Tick, tick, tick. They're watching the clock. Seriously.
Unbelievable.
This is not fair.
They're like my directors for the show.
I feel under pressure.
Yes. I'm looking at cue cards going, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Well, that's okay. We can have James back anytime he likes. He can come back for a second time or a third time.
Absolutely.
If he wants to come back, that's it.
It was a lot of fun, and it was actually quite high pressured for because trying to get everything into an hour was.
Yeah, how'd I draw the short stick?
Yeah. Well,
no, poor James.
I don't know how that happened, but it just did. But that's all right. Like you said, now you have a lot left over for the next time you join us on the show.
There you go. That's a great mindset to have.
Absolutely.
Well, we've still got time for one or two questions. I'd like to ask him who his influences are.
Okay, quick.
Influences.
Who influenced your music?
Neil Young, Jim Croce, Ryan Adams, Kings of Leon, Donna Summers. I'm kidding.
Donna Summers.
I love bread. A lot of old 70s stuff. Allman Brothers. It's like a lot of old stuff really helps me out when it comes to writing and singing. So.
Paul William Ray did say earlier in the evening that you reminded him of Ryan Adams.
I love Ryan Adams. The funny story is he's from like 45 miles away from where I'm from.
Oh.
So it must be that North Carolina water.
It must be. It's all in the water.
Wow.
That's what they say in New York anyway. It's all in the water.
We bathe in whiskey.
Yes. Jameson, no less.
Jameson, yeah.
Of course.
It's a bounty.
Yes. All right. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we unfortunately have to bring the show to an end. Carol, oh my God, can you believe it?
I know, it's gone so fast.
How fast did that
go? It used to go fast in 2 hours, and now that the hour is going really fast.
I know. Rich says, no, you have 20 minutes to go.
I know.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it wouldn't have bothered me if I'd gone over because I wanted to do the rapid fire questions, but that's okay.
Well, you can do rapid fire in 3 minutes. I can do my best.
Oh, well, we have a 3-minute and 12-second song we got to get in here. So we're already over on that.
Can't we do the rapid fire and then play out on the song?
But, no. I'm putting my foot down, damn it. We'll try to figure it out. James, did you have a good time on the show tonight?
It was a great time. Thank you guys so much for having me.
It's a real pleasure. We know how busy.
To get to know you.
We know you're real busy out there in San Francisco doing some stuff that actually makes you money, and we thank you for taking the time to join us. And Jeff, if he's listening, thank you for arranging it all, and it was a blast.
Yes, and Jeff's been awesome correspondent. He's been really good. Yeah, you've got a great manager there.
Janae says, so what the heck are we supposed to do for the next hour?
Swallow your thumbs.
Oh, man. Well, next week, ladies and gentlemen, we have Long Beach, and are they in the UK, right? They
are in the UK, yeah.
Speaking of the UK,
gonna be a real late night.
Speaking of the UK, guess who didn't show up tonight?
I know, Lydia.
Yeah, what the heck? Unbelievable. Maybe she's protesting the 1 hour show here.
Maybe it's too cold for her. She's gone to wrap herself up in bed, keep herself warm.
Maybe. Yeah, Long Beach was supposed to be with us a couple months ago. Unfortunately, they couldn't join us, so they will be with us next week, joining us from London, England, for a rapid 1 hour show. And anything else, Carol, before we say goodnight?
No, I think that's just about it. Thank you. I just want to thank James for joining us. It was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Guys.
Thank you, James. And Jeff says, "What are dads for?" Is Jeff your dad?
Oh, is he? It's just that he had a different surname, so I didn't realize he was your father.
Wow.
It's all coming together now, right?
It is.
Now it is.
Now it makes sense.
Well, you've got a great dad.
Yes.
Right, I do.
Jeff, you've got a great son.
There you go. All right. Say goodnight, Carol.
Good night, Carol.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out the show with next week's guest. The name of the song is Nobody Knows. The band is Long Beach. Thank you very much for tuning in. We look forward to catching you next week. Y'all have a great night. See ya.
It's just for bad news. Why is time always our enemy? Why do I get the strangest feeling? It's us against the world, just you and me. Well, I'm walking through town, got my feet on the street. I'm a man with a plan that's hard to beat. Where is the goal at the end of this rainbow? Why in this world do children die? Why is it so hard to keep your head above water? Why does life bring you to your knees? Why is heaven just for angels? Why does trouble always come in trees? When will we get what we worked so hard for? Or is our luck just running dry? Is our time just around the corner? Nobody knows it. Well, I'm walking through town, got my feet on the street. I'm a man with a plan that's hard to beat. Where is the goal at the end of this rainbow? Why in this world do children die? Nobody knows it. Why did it take so long to get here? Can we make it to the other side? Is it still you and me forever? Nobody knows it. Are you still dreaming of what I dream of? Are you coming along for the ride? Why is the front page just for bad news? Why is time always our enemy? Why do I get the strangest feeling? It's us against the world, just you and me. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows it. Knows it, knows it. Nobody knows it, knows it, knows it, knows it. Nobody knows it, knows it, knows it, knows it.
You are listening to Butterflies Radio,
Love the music. It's never boring. It's red hot.
the freshest music in town.